Wind is the most inefficient method of pollination for most plants. However, decorative grasses such as Dianella revoluta often rely largely on the wind to pollinate, along with plants that lack brightly coloured flowers and nectaries. These plants do not need to attract insects in order to pollinate and therefore have no need for aesthetics. Alternatively, plants such as Strelitzia reginae, more commonly known as birds of paradise, grow brightly coloured flowers and produce copious amounts of nectar to lure birds, who assist in the plant's pollination by carrying pollen on their necks from place to place. It is estimated that 65% of all flowering plants rely on insects for pollination. As a result, many have developed methods of encouraging bees, beetles, wasps, moths, and butterflies to visit them by way of visual and olfactory cues such as colour patterns, flower shape, and evolved fragrances. Different organisms are sensitive to different visual and olfactory cues. Many Australian plants like wattles and acacias will develop symbiotic relationships with ants and rely on them as a method of seed dispersal. Ants collect the small black seeds produced by these plants along with specialised attached stalks called aril. Only wanting to utilise the aril as a food source, the ants subsequently dump the seed after carrying it some distance away from its parent plant. Banksias and eucalypts hold their seeds until the branch or parent plant is killed by fire, which opens the containing capsules and allows the seeds to be dispersed by way of wind dispersal. Plants such as lily pillies use brightly coloured berries to attract birds. Colour is an important indication to bird dispersal and gives the plant an advantage over those that it competes with. In some plants, the seeds within their fruits are capable of remaining viable after digestion and are expelled through excretion, then left to grow into mature plants. There are a few types of asexual reproduction, including binary fission, spore formation, and fragmentation. In binary fission, a single-celled organism replicates its DNA and divides into two daughter cells, which each have the same DNA as the parent cell. This method is efficient in asexual reproduction as the genetic information can be quickly multiplied, giving the plant a competitive advantage. Spore formation describes the process of sporogenesis, in which multicellular organisms, in this case flora such as coral fungi, form spores over the course of their biological lifetime. Fungi and some algae use this method of reproduction, involving mitosis giving rise to mitospores, reproductive spheres, that grow into new plants after dispersal. Fragmentation involves a new organism growing from a fragment of its parent plant into a mature, fully grown plant. Many types of lichens reproduce this way to ensure that the new lichens remain in symbiosis with each other.